Let's continue to encourage these passionate entrepreneurs. To initiate the session, may I invite Team WayMe for the pitching.
Can I go? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Duespohl. I'm founder of WayMe. In my former corporate life, I was CIO for Asia for Adidas and for VF Corporation with brands like North Face. I'm a passionate hiker and trail runner, so as you see. And today I'm presenting WayMe. WayMe is your outdoor companion to reaching your destination safely. My vision is to provide and create better outdoor experience for everyone, anywhere, also here for India, while eventually saving lives. Why we do what we do? Because we will solve the common challenges of losing one's way, getting lost, or feeling insecure, and having no one or lacking someone who could monitor your safety or your progress during your hike or doing your outdoor adventure. The number of incidents and accidents have dramatically increased locally and globally, and has amplified by the strong outdoor trend which we can see in every country these days. 10% of needing rescues ending in fatalities. Imagine you can secure any route anywhere at any time instantly. The normal classical approaches of securing a route with geofencing fail because you're using circles. So therefore we went and researched and developed what we call a route fit factor for geofencing. Our USP is our advanced geofencing technology, which will secure your safety and navigation on the way, on the route. We are shaping exactly our geofence to the route with our special algorithms. And we also will put safety points, let's say every 200 or 500 meters along the way to monitor your progress constantly. With this core technology, we have built a very impressive hiking solution and platform. Let's have a look. And as you see, we have built this solution already. What you are asking for is for scale, for global scale. So whether we are operating with 3,000 users or with 3 million users or even more, our platform is already ready to go. We are targeting a high growth market with double-digit growth year by year. I would say particularly the growth rates comes from India. So we're targeting marketing like India, China, mature markets like Japan, but also the Asian emerging markets. Hong Kong is our first go-to-market opportunity because it's my home, Hong Kong, where we start this with over 15 million country park visitors already. And I think we have strong upside potential to other outdoor categories like mountain biking, trail running, as we say. WayMe will dominate the white space to become the most and advanced in safety, live tracking, and navigation. Our USP is that we can instantly and easily create the route or the protection on the go. We can track you where you are, and we can organize rescue when you need this without any costly device. To reach the market position, we have a very compelling roadmap with very advanced and very innovative features, and we are executing this already along our go-to-market plan and with our commercial plans. Our sales and marketing approach is to address the needs of the hiker, but we also will include sales channel partner, which helps us to get into the mass acquisition of customers by targeting membership clubs and mass participation events. With doing that, we are changing the economics of our business model. Our B2B sales will lower the acquisition costs for new customers and raise up the conversion rates. Our business model is subscription-based with a free base and with a paid Explorer and Peak version. We're offering membership pricing and we are having revenue sharing with organizers for bulk sales. We just launched, let's say, 10 weeks, 11 weeks ago, and we already have in Hong Kong incredible tracking, I would say, with over 3,000 users almost and 18,000 kilometers already hike distance. That confirms already our first product fit, I would say, the user acceptance. We have a good traction, organic growth, which is driven by great media coverage, social media, and where I'm extremely proud is we have involved 2 top Hong Kong athletes using our WayMe solution already during their expedition in Taiwan and in Iceland. Our 3-year all-in-one master plan would say compromises what you see is the growth and the rollout, but by 2029 we are aiming to have a 1 million user base, which operates in roughly 10 million USD. Our plan is that we are break even by end of 2027. I think we have a most advanced and experienced and passionate team. Our advisors are outstanding and committed. Collectively, we have unique industrial expertise and experience, and we have priceless networks and communities. I invite you all to join us on our route or on our journey. We're looking for investors beyond the capital with network and same passion as we have. We're raising up 500,000 USD, and we're particularly looking for channel partners to grow here in India. In summary, WayMe is your outdoor companion for reaching your destination safely. In particular for India, for this opportunity here, we made a Sportscom course on the app, so I invite you to download the app and maybe run with me tonight on that course here around the hotel. Thank you so much. Plenty time. I hardly.
Subscription-based revenue model and pay per use.
The subscription model is an annual subscription, which is the classical way, I would say, with a 3-tier level. Yeah? But we also think that some of the features could be pay-per-use, yeah? But extra features, yeah? Or analytics later. The free, the 50 USD for the Explorer and around 80, 85 for the Peak version.
What do you need to do when you bring a new route into the system?
Again?
When you bring a new route into the system, let's say there's some part of India that doesn't exist now, what does it take for you to?
Either you can do it on your own, you plot your way, because you know where you want to go. You have a favorite one which you already done. You have a GPX file, a location-based file, which you can upload. Or we have content which we provide through our site, like a library, yeah, where we have the famous, in Hong Kong, the famous hiking tracks already built in. So for here, we would, of course, cooperate with local partners who have the very local expertise and say, you need to go that way, or that is recommended, like, let's say, content which makes that attractive.
So how is it different to Strava? Have you heard?
Strava is a very challenging and very great app to say, right? But mainly people using the very watch, and then they load the information up to the Strava as a community. Less people really hike or use the Strava. They use it for community and that. But Strava doesn't have any safety feature. Yeah? You hike alone, you have no one who tracks you, you have no live tracking, you hardly can share to your community. We have a feature called Hike Together, yeah, where you have group hiking. Yeah? These are differentiation, I would say, where Strava doesn't have anything to offer. Particularly on the safety side, yeah, when you go alone or when you go by night or you feel you want to explore a new area, Strava doesn't offer you anything.
Okay, so safety would be a differentiating feature.
Safety is definitely a big differentiator, yeah, but also turn by turn and other things which are already in the industry, I would say, commodity. But Strava is astonishingly sometimes a little bit weak even in features.
Okay, and
Oh,
yeah.
I have 3 questions.
oh,
One is the EBITDA, you are shown in orange color. EBITDA in orange color in the one of the screen.
yeah.
This EBITDA you are shown in orange color.
Yes, which
Second
is
the
we are
return-
losing
yeah.
money right now.
Yeah,
We're
that's what I'm
investing.
saying. And a return of investment. Third is the insurance. Insurance is covered. Life insurance is covered in that.
Life insurance? No,
Yeah.
no. The investment comes out of my private pocket right now. Or what do you mean? You mean the revenue shot, right?
The bikers or the life insurance is because of the,
This is, for example, what we could think about. We partner up with
because the
insurance.
insurance company they feel hesitate to take give insurance.
We would like to work with insurance companies. What you say is because they want to know when you are safe or not safe,
Yes.
and when you're tracking. In Hong Kong, we have, for example, insurance pay per use or pay per not an annual subscription, just for that moment. Yeah, so we could partner up as an additional revenue stream with pay per use insurance. But that was one question, maybe one time.
Yeah. So just
One
last
more you
question.
can take.
Yeah, this last question is, can your safety technology that you are mentioning, right? Safety technology, right? Can it be used in other applications?
We think that we can build an API, let's say a cover to license this in some way. Yeah. True.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
May I now invite team UpUrFit for the pitching?
Okay, hello guys. My name is Vikram Gunjal, and I know this is not exactly the graveyard shift, but lunch के बाद हमेशा थोड़ी सी तकलीफ होती है. So I will try to liven it up as much as is possible. First of all, to all the VCs, the judges, I should say that I have a little bit of an imposter syndrome over here going on, because I can see amazing startups over here, you know, brands like Costco, Procam, and I ask myself this question कि मैं sportsman के लिए क्या कर रहा हूँ? And I think a lot of what the VCs talked about in the first session, as well as Jalat sir, you talked about, Gopichand sir talked about, that gives me confidence that what we are doing is eventually going to impact the sports and fitness revolution in India. And I'll tell you how. But first, let me go on to who we are talking to. And I think over here, Rohit, you made a point in today's session that any startup should be very clear what is the audience that they are talking to. Are they talking to a professional audience, or are they talking to a daily athlete, everyday athlete kind of an audience? And we are very clear, we are talking to your sports and fitness enthusiasts who are broadly defined as people who are interested in pursuing an active lifestyle, and they are actually dedicating resources for that. So it can be a 30-year-old woman who's taking up calisthenics as her hobby, or it can be a 45-year-old man, someone closer to who I am right now, who's lost health along the way because of his corporate lifestyle, and he's actually looking up to his boss because that boss just did a triathlon. So we are talking to those people, and now coming to the imposter syndrome. So I think Dr. Vibhuti, you talked about a lot of alternatives to sports being social media channels, so on and so forth, right? So I am very clear that as a father of a 12-year-old who wants to pursue a career in football, if I don't stop watching Netflix and I don't pick up the pickleball racket or the paddle racket, or I don't go to an amateur game of football myself, I'm not going to inspire him to pursue a career in sports. And that is how we believe that despite bringing consumer products, and we are the only ones to do consumer products over here, despite bringing consumer products, we are actually contributing to sports and fitness in India. So what are we solving for? I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this. And I think this kind of resonates with everybody over here. As a sports and fitness enthusiast, जिसको active lifestyle pursue करना है, anything that stops you in your tracks is a major pain, right? Pun intended. To an extent that a lot of people over here actually, maneuver their social obligations to fit it into their fitness calendar. And those are the kinds of people that we are talking about. Now, for a lot of these people, anything that stops them in their tracks is a major issue. lot of things have been taken care of, whether it is footwear, apparel, rehydration. But these three things, which is pain, recovery, and cleansing or hygiene during the point of sport or during the point of fitness is something that is completely unaddressed. And that is something that we are solving for. How are we going to do it? Very clearly, we are going to use latest technology, and it's an example that I'm using on my hand. I'll talk about the products very quickly. We are actually going to use safe and effective ingredients, so no pharmaceutical, no drug formulations in our pain relief and recovery range. And format, very, very important. And I'll take an example of an amazing brand over here. Dettol and Savlon are amazing wound care brands. But tell me if I'm wrong, carrying Dettol and cotton to a football turf to clean your knee scrapes is something that neither I can do as an amateur footballer, nor can the professional footballer do. So why aren't products formatted for the moment of sport or fitness? So that is what we are also solving for. So quickly jumping into why us, who we are. I'm one of the co-founders, Vikram, and my co-founder is Munish. I think Mr. Vyas over here made the point in the morning that he looks for founders who come in from different, expertises and different backgrounds. So Munish is an out-and-out product expert. He's a pharmaceutical industry veteran, while I am a consumer industry veteran with Procter & Gamble and L'Oreal. Both of us make a great partnership. We have our points of differences because we come in from different points of views. But our passion for fitness and activity is what essentially joins us together. So how are we solving the problem of pain relief and recovery? And we have some of these products with the VCs, with the audience over here. So quickly taking you through it. So we have a set of products which focuses on pain relief at the point of concern. So very, very quick one for audience over here. In India, we do not have a clear distinction between when to use ice and when to use hot. Okay, you use ice for sports injuries because it's anti-inflammatory, and you use hot for chronic pains, which is typically household. But हमारे इंडिया में आज तक कभी कोई ice spray बना ही नहीं because there were not many people playing. So we are the first ones who have actually made a clear distinction between sports injuries and chronic injuries and brought out products for that. In addition to that, just one quick addition. We are also working, like I told you, on a wound spray, which is portable, which can be used when you are actually in the game of football or when you are running in Cubbon Park or Carter Road and you have scraped your knee. In addition to that, similar non-drug, high organic formulations of increasing your blood circulation and decreasing your blood circulation is what we have used in our innovative products to enhance warm-up and enhance cool-down. These are cool new products. We have gone into the market with that, and they are actually getting a lot of great feedback, specifically from the semi-amateur and semi-professional community. We are also working on key ingredients like magnesium, because recovery promoted by sleep is a very important ingredient even in improving the fitness lifestyle of a everyday athlete, and bringing the right ingredients is very important for that. Next, I won't belabor this point. Compression wear is one of our objectives, but there is one product that I'm wearing on my arm. This is a gel compression sleeve which does the job of both temperature control because it can be put in your microwave as well as your fridge, and it actually provides compression. So it is a great recovery mode for a lot of people who play daily, work out daily, and these are the innovations that we are actually trying to build through our research and development. I'm not going to spend time on the next portfolio because it's a flank portfolio. Quickly going to take you through our vision. Our vision is to become a 140 crore brand in year 5. And before India launches the Olympics in 2036, become a 1,000 crore brand. We are going to be the answer for pain relief and recovery and have 2 products minimum in every cycling bag, in every football bag, in every gym kit. That's the whole mission. Quick journey. We started in middle of 23. That's when we incorporated our organization. We had been working on our product development for 1 year. We launched in the middle of year last year, around April. We actually collaborated with key athletes and teams like Mumbai City Football Club and FC Goa. We were their pain relief and recovery partners till this year. And we recently actually have Mr. Jonty Rhodes, who's the best fielder ever, join us as a brand ambassador and as an investor. We are accredited by the Indian Association of Physiotherapy because of our formulations and because of our research. And that's a big, big, crown for us. Last quick view of the business. It's been a year and 3 months approximately. Our ARR is approximately 2 crores as per last month. And these are some of the unit economics on the slide. I will come back to if there are questions. And consumer levers. In terms of consumer levers, we are very clear. While we are a digital brand, while we are a new brand, we are very clear that we should be talking through the voice of the athlete or the trainer or the physio. Because as a brand, we are not your gym buddy. We are your mentor, your physio, your coach, your trainer, because we come in from an area of expertise. So whether it is having jaunty roads on our table, whether it is actually being a part of marathons, football tournaments to actually sample and trial our products, which is one of the places where we need funding to scale up our efforts, or whether it is having affiliations like Indian Association of Physiotherapy. This is how our GTM is going to be structured, and this is where we need a lot of help in terms of both business structuring as well as funds. So that's me, Vikram. Thank you very much, and join us for this revolution of making the everyday athlete follow sports more, so that his son or daughter can represent Olympics, represent India in the Olympics possibly tomorrow. Thank you.
Take an example of a colony and one of your sprays.
Yes.
Why should me or casual athlete
Yeah.
over the cost benefit?
Amazing. So thank you very much for that. So first of all, great brand, but Volini is a brand which actually consists of a pharmaceutical ingredient called diclofenac. Now, if you think about it, if you are using any kind of pharmaceutical ingredient because you encounter a problem infrequently, once every month or once every 45 days, it's not going to be an issue. But if you're a sports person or if you're a fitness enthusiast who, let's say, has a tweak and ankle sprain once every 15 days, then using a pharmaceutical ingredient over and over again creates long-term dependence. That's number one. Number two, what organic ingredients can do in terms of addressing minor pain, you should not get pharmaceutical ingredients to address. And that, I think, is one very clear point of differentiation. Safe ingredients without pharmaceutical or drug components.
But that requires a lot of generation of user knowledge.
Yeah.
How are we doing that?
So as I said, my co-founder comes in from the pharmaceutical industry background. He was with Ranbaxy and Elder for a long period of time. In fact, he was actually the vice president on Tiger Balm for a specific set of countries. So the product know-how and information comes from there. So in this relationship, we define it very clearly. He is the product custodian, while I'm the consumer custodian. And that's how we bring in the product knowledge as well.
No. For me as an athlete,
Yes.
how do I do that?
So that is exactly where the superiority and credibility through affiliations and brand ambassadorship comes from. So tomorrow, when a physiotherapist actually tells you that this is the better thing to do if you are going to use something every week, that is where you as an everyday athlete come to know that yes, this is a better alternative for me. So for us, the strategy is threefold. One is have people like Jaunty Rhodes, others talk about us broadly in media. Two is be present at all on-ground activations, whether it's a Mumbai Marathon, whether it's a 10K run, and try out our products over there with information. And three is have experts, coaches, physios understand the product and then recommend it because they believe it's the right thing to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I now invite PongFox for the pitching?
Afternoon, everybody. Today's theme has been Atmanirbhar and doing for the tier 2, tier 3 sports people. So we've kind of done everything, and before I go, I think first like to thank Sportscom for giving me this opportunity. This is kind of huge for us. So my name is Kiran Kumar and I'm the founder of PongFox. So we are the first AI enabled and internet enabled training table tennis robot. So basically I used to play table tennis when in my younger days, and I stopped after college, and then work took me out. So when I moved back, I kind of started looking for a robot for myself, found one on Kickstarter, and then I couldn't actually, I backed the project, but they didn't deliver. So that's how I started PongFox. So today the challenge for table tennis players is like In bigger cities, the cities have grown and the table tennis clubs have not improved. And they all of the players, they can't go every day to clubs, and they have access to tables in their apartment clubhouses, but they're not able to find the right skill level, or they're not able to find coaches. From a coach's perspective, they are doing this as a second job, most of them. And in the evenings when they go, a lot of time is spent on throwing the balls to the students rather than going and coaching them. And also, they don't know what each student has been doing, what they need to do. And the third thing is they get options to say, come coach in our apartment, but they are not able to go there and do that. So these are the kind of problems. And so our solution is the PongFox table tennis robot. It's a fully programmable one where it gives you all type of spin and speed, and you can play anywhere at your own thing. And we also have recently introduced AI powered, so student can go and say, I want to improve my forehand topspin against backspin, and it will give you a list of drills that you can work on. And we are the only one in the world table tennis robot that has a smart pad integration. So basically that pad actually tracks the consistency of player playing, as well as in table tennis, service and playing is a very important aspect. So we're the only ones where somebody can serve to the pad and start playing with the robot. So we're the first in the world in this innovation. So other problem we have seen is we invite foreign coaches for a week in India. They come, train and go away. But with PongFox now what we have done is people in tier 2, tier 3, they can actually use the robot. The coach can set them drills remotely, and they are able to upload their video to the coaches. So you can get international training right from tier 2, tier 3. So, and the other thing is we have a couple of players who have actually won national medals who have been using in they're in very small towns where they don't have anyone as good as them. So they have been using it regularly, this thing. So yeah, we have been in operation for around 5 years now. So we have developed this indigenously, and we have shipped to 25 different countries in the world, and we are completely bootstrapped, running out of a 10x10 room. And so here's a demo of our product. You can just see it in action. So we are the first in the world to actually have integrated the smart pad, and we have also done a ball recycling net that actually can work with any other robot also, and even the coach can use it for feeding multi-ball. Then we have gamified it like being these simple flip pads for kids, where when they hit the target, it comes up and they can see the number of hits. So this, they enjoy playing a lot. So it's just not about training them seriously. I mean, they need to have fun when they are training. So now we are working on the integrating the remote coaching thing, so that coaches can actually train students for anywhere. They don't have to come to their location. And other thing we are doing is we are mapping a player's spin and speed to the robot. So now I can map Sharath Kamal's spin and speed, and any kid can play with his, at least that's the closest they can get. So these are the kind of things that we are working on. So like yeah, Tactive is like one of the biggest club in Japan. So Japan is like a powerhouse in table tennis. So they have actually integrated their software with. We have given them the APIs and they have integrated their software with our robot. So there's a lot of things that we could do in terms of the API. And yeah, these are like competition. All of them, like they're either Chinese, American companies, and like we beat them in with some of these things which are not available. So yeah. So the team is me and my co-founder Priya. So we both have tech and worked in tech. So so going into that, like we think the same tech can be used into different sports like paddle, pickleball, or tennis. Like table tennis is the hardest for a machine because of the spin and speed and the frequency, right? Like others have a lot of time to play. So we think the same kind of technology can be used for the other sports, and our target system can actually go and you can do those pads that people were talking about. So it's wireless, so we can actually kind of like smart targets can be used in other sports also, like badminton or tennis or pickleball. So yeah, this is our thing that we are working on. And so basically, like we are self-funded, so we don't even have any like advisors, mentors, anything. So anything is good for us. So just coming here and being able to present is like we're happy with that. So thank you.
What is the cost of equipment?
So it is around 60,000 rupees.
60.
Yeah.
Any maintenance or operation?
So there's no maintenance, like yeah. So,
okay. Now the bat is, tennis bat is at, if you see the picture, one side. So, and kids on the table. The other side, the boy is only at least 1 meter away from the table. So hitting is actually the same, but physically or we play in the court or this thing.
So I didn't understand.
Okay. If you see the table, the picture you have shown, the equipment is fixed.
Yes. No, so it is movable. You can keep it behind, like, so our motors are controllable. Okay. So if you want to keep it behind also, it can be programmed to keep anywhere on in the side, middle, anywhere you can do that. So on the table, if you keep, it's easier to put a net, but otherwise also you can do that.
So it's one-time investment.
Yes. So like we are now doing the coaching integrated module, so that will be a subscription base. So if we are trying to work with some foreign coaches who can actually work with students directly, and we get the subscription model from there. All right, thank you.
I would now like to invite Team A1 Sports World for the pitching.
It's working. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, before I get into my presentation, quick question. How many of you believe our country's grassroots model is not working? Please do lift your hands. It needs absolute concentration. Good, I got good. At least 20% people agree on this. A1 Sports, we work at grassroots. We've been working on this for about 4 years now. We've been trying to reorganize, rework, restructure on what is the exact model which is required at the grassroots. This is our core objective. We work on professional sports. We want to tell a story of a 6-year-old child becoming a professional athlete. And yes, this is built in 5-part story. Right now, I'm just going to talk about a single part. 2, 3, 4, 5 is a long term. If you're more interested, you can get back to me on that. Okay, part 1, we operate at school level. We partner with school level. We are based out of southern part of Bangalore. And in a 5-kilometer radius, we have 70% market share. What we do is we use hardcore sports science. We have actually adopted AI technology recently, and we work on their training. We have restructured where the school sports is done. 5 days a week. Absolutely 5 days a week. The output what we are giving is 80% of the kids by end of second year, they reach their peak fitness. As against when we get class 1 kids who are, out of 100, we hardly have over 15-20 kids who are in a good health shape. Either they are overweight or they are underweight. Okay? Skills redefined, yes. We have a holistic approach of what we are doing. Sports science, again, we use hardcore sports science. We have close to 72 different data set which we collect of every child every 3 months. This helps us understand what is a child's ability. Long-term athlete development, yes. Those who don't know what is long-term athlete development, who are not from the field of sports, it's a Canadian-built model. A lot of countries follow. We are yet to figure out how we exactly do it, and we believe we have cracked it. Right now, as I said, age 6 to 9 is the foundation model, and that is what we are actually doing right now. Again, we do have what we are supposed to do age-wise as and when we go, but right now we are starting from the bottom level. This is something which we have recently built after getting our ground level model ready. Now it's a 3-part aggregation model where our coaches have their own mobile app which is geolocation based. It has customized schedule and curriculum, what has to be taught, age specific to a child, and again the curriculum is digitized. The second part of the product is for a parent. A parent needs to know, because end of the day is the parent who pays for it through the school. Okay, so a parent knows how the child is growing, what they have been taught, and what is the output we can give from a child. And finally, a dashboard for a school where they can keep a track of our trainers, how the child is progressing also. What do we do? I mean, how we do it? Exactly as I said, 5 days a week, we have actually introduced the mother sports discipline, which is the gymnastics at the school level, which is very hard to do. We have actually pulled it off. I mean, when we started, a lot of people have laughed, you cannot do it. We pulled it off. Anaerobic part of the training, fitness part of the fitness skill techniques cover the 9 core principles of sports: run, jump, catch, throw, dribble, aim, kick. Okay, I forgot one right now. Okay, swimming is something which we want to add, but right now we are not focusing on it because there is a slight logistic problem on it. So right now we are not much focused, but swimming is part of our program. Yoga. Again, I don't want to know. Everyone knows what is Yogasana and what are the output of it. Something wrong with the PPT again. Okay, so 3 times we assess every child in about 72 different skill sets. That is one of our report cards. If you see a smaller version of it, which we give to parents. And sports science is something where we are. I mean, our whole core of our working model is built on sports science. We assess a child in this core groups. There are 8 groups right now, which again, if you divide it, comes to 72 different pointer systems. Now, let's get into AI. This is something which we have recently built. Okay, we have a mobile app. Again, we are holding on to it. We are still perfecting it. We did a test during the month of June. Now, next month is our second round of assessment. As I said, 3 years, thrice a year. Okay, so it is a AI-based video capturing live real-time output, data-driven. External variables can be synced into it. And plus, there is something which we have a unique structure which we have built, which can be used at a very mass level, which is multi-phone control synchronization. So the idea behind this is, okay, out of the 70 tests, only 55 can be put into AI. I cannot use a child's weight. You cannot use AI for finding someone's weight or their mass. So those cannot be executed into AI. It has to be on the ground. Okay, this data which we collect helps us to. Okay, now I'm going to skip this video. I'm going to come back to that video later on. Okay, so our data-driven AI model part of it is divided in 4 parts. Level 1, individualized structure. Data 2, benchmarking the world age of a child. Age-specific, gender-specific structure. It gives you an output where the child stands. Third model. Now, this is something very unique. We know when you understand the science of sports, you can actually predict what sports a child would be good at, or anybody would be good at. So that 9 levels, 9 data points which we collect over a period of 3 years helps us understand what sports a child would be good at. And the 4th level of it helps us to build trajectory of how the child is going to grow. Why we do it? Peak fit kids, holistical training development, and the most important thing is talent identification. Again, we've been a little bit slow on what we are doing for the last few years because we are about 5 years old company, but we are just trying to get our models right, the on-ground implementation model. We used to work with 8 schools. Now this year we have actually pushed it down to 21. We actually had 34. But again, 14 schools we had to bring down. We do not have the capacity to execute it. But our target next year is to hit 100 schools. This is about us. We are from Bangalore. We work in South Bangalore. We have that 5-kilometer radius. We have 70% of market captured. Our competitors, we have taken over a lot of our competitors who work at school level in sports. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is just a preview. I'm not going to explain a lot on it, how we are going to work with the child as and when they grow. A sport-specific structure. So it is built on age-specific. So your working model, the business model changes every 3 years. Not for us, but for a child, how we work with them. Now, open for questions. I'm going to run this, our AI real-time. Oh, okay. I'm open for questions. I just want to run this video. So this is our mobile app which we have built, which does video analysis. It's working now. There you go. So the next month we are actually executing this at mass level, trying to get 55 different parameters of about 2,300 kids in a span of 20 days. So what used to be done manually, now we have actually got this into an AI-based structure in place. And I believe a couple of tests are part of Fit India movement also. Questions, please? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So a child keeps changing as they grow, right?
Yes, of course. That's why we are.
Psychometry, cardiovascular function, all this is going to change so much. So what are you predicting in terms
Ma'am, exactly. That's why we have that's why there are part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every 3 years it changes. So if we look at long-term athlete development, age 6 to 9 talks about foundation model, trying to make sure that every child is healthy, fit and fine and they learn everything. Age 10 to 12 talks about learn to train. There is where once we understand our level 3 of this, as you see, helps us understand what sports they are good at, and then we start focusing on them. Yes, the scientific part of it is always part of incorporated in your cardiovascular endurance. All this comes into it. So these models can be used by adults also, but ours right now we are just focusing on 6 to 9. After this, we are trying to build sport-specific structures, because we believe that first, once we get this act right, then comes the next stage. So there are about 72 different parameters where we value a child, so that collectively close to 800 data points over a period of 3 years.
And how have you validated these data points, like what you're measuring, the computer vision thing you showed us?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you tested that against some gold standards?
Yes, exactly. In the month of June, we did this in a very small way where we did both manually and AI based, so that we had to correct the AI model. We had to make it learn. And now next month, so we usually assess every child month of June, September and second half of Jan and Feb every year. So next month is when we are going to use this at a mass scale.
Thank you so much. May I now invite Team Crosstrain for the pitching now.
Thank you.
From the Himalayas of Uttarakhand, from the gay country, India!
Keep up high! 4 seconds of round number 2 for your winner. He is still undefeated.
this performance. You want to talk, go ahead. Namaste UFC. We are Malal from the Himalayas of Uttarakhand, from the gay country. Hello everyone. As you can see, Indian MMA has come a long way. 8 years ago, when I first come to Delhi to chase my dream, everybody was like, it's an impossible dream, don't try to chase it. But from there to get into the UFC, to stand among all of you, it was a long, hard road, but not an impossible one. 8-12 साल लगे मेरे कोचेस और बहुत सारे पैशनेट लोगों को एक इंडियन एथलीट को UFC जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म तक पहुंचाने के लिए. लेकिन अगर हमें यहाँ से टॉप पे जाना है, टॉप एथलीट्स के साथ compete करना है, तो वी नीड सपोर्ट. जिस सपोर्ट के साथ बहुत सारे यंग एथलीट्स UFC जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ पाएंगे और मेरे जैसा फाइटर टॉप पे इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर पाएगा. जिस तरीके से स्पोर्ट्सकॉम का मोटो भी है, गिविंग विंग्स टू ड्रीम्स, मेरे ड्रीम्स को विंग्स दिए थे मेरे हेड कोच सिद्धार्थ सिंह ने. वो मेरे कोच भी हैं, मेरे मेंटोर भी हैं, मेरे गॉडफादर भी हैं, मिस्टर सिद्धार्थ सिंह.
Hi guys, my name is Siddharth Singh. Welcome to the world of Crosstrain, India's top MMA brand. So the idea of starting Crosstrain Fight Club, I've been into combat sports since 1997, which is a long time ago. I went to school at the Duespohl in Dehradun, and there boxing is a sport. That's where I got introduced to combat sports. So I've been around combat sports since 1997. I was in the UK for many years. I had a corporate job. I was a brand manager. But when I would finish my 9 to 5, you would find me in an MMA training center straight after. So super passionate about it. When I was abroad, I realized how quickly the sport of MMA is growing, how quickly the UFC is growing, which is the world's largest fight promotion. And I realized India at the time had no ecosystem, it had no pathways, it had no fighters, it had no champions. So I came back and I started Crosstrain Fight Club. What is mixed martial arts and what do we do? Mixed martial arts is a combination of every single martial art combined into one sport. So imagine, hypothetically, if you get into a fight, you can punch someone, that's boxing. You can kick someone, that's kickboxing. You can elbow them, that's Muay Thai, the national sport of Thailand. You can wrestle someone to the floor, that's wrestling. On the ground, you can do choke holds, joint locks, strangles, that's jiu-jitsu. Combine everything together, you get mixed martial arts. So India's first academy was Crosstrain Fight Club, and I'm going to quickly take you through our journey. We've been around for a while, and the reason why we started this was to create a pathway for our community, for our sport, to grow it from the grassroots. I won't go take you through the entire story. We're going to be here forever. But quickly, when I came back, there were no fighters, there were no training centers, there were no academies, there were no black belts, there were no UFC fighters in India. And now fast forward to today, I myself am the first Indian black belt in the sport of Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a 4-time world champion in the sport of Jiu-Jitsu. We have Anshul Jubilee, who's the first Indian road to the UFC champion. We have our students representing India at the Asian Games. The last one that happened in China, our guys went and represented. We've been creating champions. We've got 2 of the biggest tournaments in the world, ADCC and AGP. They're the biggest martial arts events. We have the exclusive rights of organizing those tournaments in India. We've got the top fighters, top training centers. We are maxed out in terms of capacity. We cannot teach any more people, which is why we are here today. So yeah, we are a factory of creating champions and fighters. That's quickly what we do. These are the tournaments, international tournaments, where cross-trained fighters have represented India and won championships for India. I can talk about myself. Every time I'm competing, people look at me and they're like, oh, you're from Brazil, or which country are you from? And I'm like, I do mixed martial arts, I do jiu-jitsu, and I'm an Indian. And they don't believe me. Then I started sticking a patch of the India flag on my shoulder when I compete as well. So that's what we've been doing. We've been representing India globally, nationally, we've been dominant. We have over 500 national champions that we've created and continue to make future champions. I'm going to show you guys. So yeah, we started off with our first training center in Delhi. We quickly maxed out. I was forced to open the Noida Academy. Post-COVID, maxed out again. And my students and the demand forced me to open another center in Faridabad. We opened that. We're going to reach max capacity there in the next 12 months as well. So the demand is incredible. Some of our champions, that's me on the left, 4-time world champion, Anshul, UFC fighter and the face of MMA in the country. We have Punyajit Likharu. Won't take you through all of them, but they're all champions who are household names. If you have guys who follow MMA, ask about these guys, they will know them. Our pro team, pro MMA team, they're all killers. They're all some of the best in the country. So these are up and coming guys, the future. All the guys who follow MMA will know these guys very soon. These guys represented India at the Asian Games. So again, they're all these guys walked in through the door wanting to do their trial class. They had no experience in combat sports. They walked in, sir, mere ko self-defense seekhna hai, and now they are world champions. That's what we do. That's what Crosstrain does. Some of the platforms where our fighters have gone out and made India proud by winning championships. Social media, we are super active on social media, and the eyeballs we get and the engagement our content gets is matched by no one else. We've been covered by all the top media. We've worked with a lot of brands. So again, if you're a brand owner, you want to talk to us, get to know more about us, we'll be happy to have those conversations post this. Again, we're on all major social media platforms. We've been growing super rapidly. Year on year, we've been growing 15 to 25%. As I said, we're completely maxed out in Delhi. We're completely maxed out in Noida. Only thing to do now is to open a new facility, a state-of-the-art facility, which is what we're working towards, and that's why we are here. If you guys have a look, we have an ask of 3 to 5 CR. We are looking at a flagship facility in Gurgaon, 10,000 to 15,000 square feet, which is going to be the biggest one in Asia. We're looking to go upgrade our current training centers. We are looking to go online. We're going to have training programs. A lot of the coaches have academies. You go to a remote part of the country, you Google MMA center near me, you will find an academy. And when you go there in the evening, it's going to be packed. But none of these coaches have ever been trained. We are training the trainers now. We are affiliating ourselves with academies, growing the sport from the grassroots level in an organized fashion. So a bunch of things are on there. Our tournaments are going to grow. We're going to be using the flagship facility for tournaments, for content. We're going to be using it for launching our own MMA league. We're going to be using the facility and the ecosystem of the sport to support fighters such as Anshul so that they can focus on their fights. They don't need to be talking to a bunch of sponsors. We do that for them. They can focus on the fight. They can focus on making India proud at the highest stage. We're also launching Crosstrain Online University, where students, fans, trainers, coaches can go online and learn MMA. It's a super complicated sport. It's very detailed, and we are the experts, and that's why we're going to use that knowledge and teach it the right way across the entire country. So yeah, broadly I've spoken about our 3 to 5 year plan. It's all here. Launch the flagship facility, certify the coaches, new center with access to a lot of new members, MMA league, more tournaments, just grow the ecosystem on a whole. We recently also launched our nutrition brand, 191 Nutrition, to cater to specifically combat sport athletes. So we've done that. We've got our merchandise. There's a lot of things happening, guys. It's an entire ecosystem. We have built the entire ecosystem from the ground level up. And as MMA continues to grow rapidly, we want you to be a part of it and help us in the growth. Yeah, it's more of this. Buzzer's gone on. We can have a longer discussion after this, but that, in short, is us. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, we're happy to have a conversation, guys. So if you have anyone has these quick questions, happy to answer them.
So, in the future, do you want to be a league of your own, like have an established league of your own? Do you want to be a chain of training centers, or do you want to be in the talent management agency side also?
That's a wonderful question. So what's the unique place that we are placed is that we've literally created everything from the grassroots level up, and nothing exists. So it's, to answer your question, yes, we want to have a league. We have great working relationship with the UFC. UFC, which is the world's largest MMA organization, they want us to start a league. They want to put our fights on their UFC Fight Pass, which is their Netflix of fighting. So they have that. Now we also have the best fighters in the world. We also have the ability of coaching trainers. So, and we also have so much demand for nutrition. So it's all of the above. It's an ask. It's almost like being at the infancy of cricket. You have the ability of focusing on so many different areas, and because we are blessed to have been there at the early stages, it puts us in a unique, advantageous position where we can do all of this, and that's kind of where we are at the moment.
Thank you so much.